Have at it. Can you hear me? My guy Mario, welcome back. Thank you, brother. Let's get some cam action working. Let's see what we got. Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. It was delayed. What up? Hold on. One sec. Well, yesterday was interesting, right? Evolution Fitness. Remind me the Discord name again. I'm sorry, man. Hubs. That's right. Oh, Hubs is Mario. That's my guy. All right, let me see what we got. Got a bounce on SPX. That's fine. NQ is the ugliest of them all. I keep forgetting there's a 7-second delay. You guys see what Banks did? Banks formed this, I don't know, it's a wedge, I guess. But would have been smart to play this short. I didn't have the time to trade yesterday that I thought I would, so I missed a lot of the action. The little one goes back to school next week. I don't remember having 3 weeks off as a kid for winter break, but I guess that's the new norm. The stream current. Give me 1 second. YouTube's giving me a message here. The current stream bit rate is lower than recommended bit rate. We recommend. Let's open the widget. Seems to be fine. All right, cool. We'll disregard that message. So yeah, I haven't had the time this week to trade that I thought I would, but here we are. I still think there's plenty of action. It probably doesn't bounce around like this. When does Jay Powell speak? Next week sometime? I don't ever look at the economic calendar. I low-key rely on all you guys for that stuff. SPX, let's see. Switch to the hourly. So we could be forming a double bottom here on SPX. Switch to the hourly. All right. Just trying to get, it's above the ADMA. Broke bear. Double bottomed. Trying to change. Upper wicks are a little concerning. What are you guys looking at today? What tickers? Tesla. Well, Tesla lost the 8. That's never a good sign. I don't think we filled this gap. We filled this gap. There's a serious problem, not just in the charts, but in the market. If we lose another, what's that? $1.20. It's probably not a good sign. Really, $1.40. Let's draw a fib from the new. Let's redo this. Let's drop down to the hourly. Let's clean this up a little bit. This is a mess. Let's see. Daily. We'll make sure that we can only see this channel on the daily. And we'll drop back down to the hourly. Well, I guess it filled that gap. All right, let's take a look. Where would you even draw something like this? This is ugly. I'm thinking 1072 has to hold. This is the last. It's the breakout. But this is an ugly chart. This is probably as ugly as I've seen it for Tesla. I'll look at that next. 1072, 994, which this is extreme. 994 is really extreme. 1072, in my opinion, has to hold. Let's drop back down to the daily and check that out. Yeah, man. Lose 1072 to 1065. This is where we broke bull. We give this back, and we for sure can head back to the golden pocket gap fill. It's really ugly. It has to get back out of this channel. It's good as a back test. To back test and run back up, but you get back in the channel. That's not pretty at all. Does that make sense? VAWR Tech. What's the ticker for that? And give me 1 second. Let me get to Mr. Paper Hands here. He wanted to look at RBLX. RBLX. Filled half the gap, bouncing off the bottom. Oh, look at that. I got a wedge from there. What time frame you on, Mr. Paper? Let me see if I can see. I think it's the daily. Let's draw some lines. That looks good. Where would we draw that? Looks good enough to me. So you're right, Mr. Paper Hands. I don't know if you're on here or not, but this is a nice falling wedge. This is low risk RSI. Again, I only really look at the RSI on the oversold side of it, just because, again, I'm not sure I really believe in overbought. It just means that a bunch of people went in at one time. That doesn't mean that it necessarily has to sell, but when the RSI is really low, at some point people do have to buy, whether it be funds or retail. But I like this 1, 2, 3 touches, and you're on the 4 hour. Okay, the daily works as well. I don't think I can curse on here. The daily works as well. If you're into longer term swings, this is a good setup. Again, your stop, a daily close outside of the wedge. But let's look at the 4 hour as well, because if you are day trading that, let me change this. Okay, cool. It's already on the daily. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours a little bit more defined too. That's nice. Let's see. It's like art. You gotta. Everything has to line up. Yeah, very similar. And a lot more touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. This, Mr. Paper Hands, is a good setup. It really depends on what the rest of tech does. Excuse me. The NQ has to hold. We have to get some type of bounce. I think the good majority of you guys have been following my video, and I love it, and I love the support. But we've been talking about this since before New Year, or before the end of the New Year. What were we gonna do? Was it gonna be a fake out breakout? I didn't think it would happen this quick. Obviously, in a 3-day span, we got right down to support. But they beat tech up pretty bad yesterday, and the day before. The day before was really the sign. I didn't call anything out, but this is a double top, obviously. Then once you lose the ADMA, where are you going from there? This is and we're still not really oversold. RSI's at 40. So let me let Mr. Paper Hands know. Nice catch. Thank you. VAWR Tech. VAWR. Let me set an alert, because I do like this, on a break of the trend line, just in case. And we'll watch it to see if it pops. Mr. Paper Hands, please send a message if you see it. Is this the right one, Ernestus? Mr. Polly or Mrs. Polly? Is this the right one? VAWR? VAWR. No, that's not it. VR Tech? I don't know. Ernestus, shoot me the proper ticker name, or ticker symbol, excuse me, and I'll take a look at it. Oh, you guys hear the dog? He's already starting. 15 minutes in. He wants some attention. Oh boy. There he goes. All right. So SPX, we don't want this to lose the ADMA on the hourly. We have an upper wick on every single candle. So it's not the best sign. Let's look at Apple. Looks like Apple lost the trend line, right? Or the most recent one. I believe there's a larger trend line that's still in play. Yeah, there is. Let's take a look at the larger trend line. I guess I can clean a lot of this stuff up. We won't see 137 anytime soon, so I guess I can delete that. But if we do, run for the hills. If Apple gets down to 137, it's we have much bigger things to worry about. But obviously, we're still in an uptrend. This is September. Yeah, September 20. The larger overall trend is fine. This is just the most recent. We're in blue skies, all-time high, rejected again. It did this before. Look at this. Every single time it hit all-time high. 137 hit all-time high, and we dropped. Oh, I remember this one. I remember this one like it was yesterday, now that I think about it. 137, and we dropped 34 points, 25%. That's crazy. Watched it want to get in at the bottom here, but the market has to cooperate. That's right, Mr. Paperheads. The market does indeed have to cooperate. So we are not into catching falling knives. First big bull day would be a nice day because Roblox is going to make a move. There's, it's just a victim of the overall market conditions. This is a good chart. Roblox is, one of those stocks that can, and this is not financial advice, one of those stocks that can double over the next, 2 years. Where are they going? I just spent an ungodly amount of money on Robux for a 5-year-old, like an ungodly amount. And I don't even know what they do. I don't know what Roblox does. I see them play the games, but they're not going anywhere. This is easily a $150 stock in the next couple of years. But again, this is not financial advice. All right, so every time Apple hit all-time high, boom, 25% drop. What happened the time after that? Let's see. That was an all-time high. 145 was all-time high. Boom. 20% drop. Like, this is crazy stuff. Every time it hits all-time high. We should have seen this coming. I guess 150 was psychological that it didn't, I think they just squeezed it at that point because everyone was like, oh, let's short Apple. Yeah, that's the biggest mistake you ever make. Shorting Apple in an uptrend is silly. All right. 157 all-time high. 12% drop. Here we are again. 182 all-time high. What happens here? We can't predict it. I know that much. But we have lost that trend line. Do we lose 8%? 157 seems like a stretch. Sheesh. Gotta wait and see. Obviously, it's a buy at 157. That's ridiculous. I don't think it gets there either. $10 minutes till the bell rings. What else are you guys looking at? I don't even know how many people we have in here. We have 12. That's not bad. That's not bad. Overall, what's your guys' sentiment on trading? Have we lost more traders in the last, 5 months? Are less people talking about trading now that, people are going back to work? Or maybe they're not going back to work. I just read something about the Great Resignation. 4.5 million people quit their jobs in November. That's a lot of people. We have jobs today or tomorrow. I never remember. Again, economic calendar, I don't do well with. I think a lot hinges on jobs tomorrow or today, whenever it is. You guys are quiet. Let's eat my fruit. %, less people. Bunch of my friends who jumped on the TikTok bandwagon have bailed hard. Yeah, I think it's a hobby for a lot of people. They had money, they had time. And then, it's one of those things where if you don't take it serious and you one of those things if you don't take it, it's strawberries and raspberries. K-bar. one of those things. If you don't take it serious, you blow. You know, I don't know what the average trader's account is. A couple $1,000s. You're like, ooh, this stings. This isn't for me. So, it was fun for a lot of people during the shutdown. What do I think of Google? Asked Julia. Welcome, Julia. How are you? Let's take a look. Woo! Ugly on the 4-hour. It's lost the ADMA. Never a good sign. Did the administration mention something about antitrust yesterday? Can anybody double check that for me? If the administration is worried about antitrust, Google is going to get smacked. They're going to get hit harder than everyone. Baymax, yes, they did lose all of their STEMI money. Hedges were happy to take it. That is unfortunate. Let me give that one a reaction. Yeah, man, that's tough. All right, so let's draw some support and resistance, and some trend lines if they're there. Google is really ugly. Look at this. 2888. Ooh. This thing got smacked. Google is down 5%. Oh. Look at this volume. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at this exit volume bar. I don't know if this is a climax or not, but if it isn't, Google's going down to 26. If we get an exit volume bar similar to this bull volume bar, they look equal almost. Oh no, because the wick. If we get another day like yesterday, Google is cooked. Let's see if we can find some support. It's blown through that. I mean, there really isn't any. What do you do? Something like this? You got a touch here. You got touch here. Got saved. This was resistance. This was support. Man, this thing can be right back at 2680 fast. And Google's one of those things that doesn't trade, normal. I don't, whatever normal is. It's similar to Amazon. They kind of moved to their own drum. But look at this. What's the 4-hour look like? Yeah, there's nothing here. This is, let me see. I can redraw this, I guess. So I'll keep this one on the daily, take the hourly off there. Maybe this helps on a 4-hour time frame. 1 second. I feel a sneeze coming, and I'm not going to do that to you guys. Hold on. Crisis averted. Let's see. All right, so let's try a 4-hour. I mean, no, it's blown through that too. There's nothing here. It can sink, Julia. It has much more room to the downside. We can see if NQ doesn't get going right out of the gate, Google can lose a few more pounds. So I mentioned yesterday in the quick video that I did, I expected this to hold here, but there's nothing wrong with this coming down to this trend line here. Nothing at all. It got here a lot faster than I thought, which leads me to believe, do we set up a bear flag? Do we come back, touch the bottom of the golden pocket and retrace back down to this trend line again? There's nothing wrong with that. It'll freak a lot of people out. But what do you think about BA short term? BA is on my do not trade list. You can't say that word either. But I don't touch BA. I'll look at it and I'll chart it for you. But it's an abusive stock. I've had to go to rehab. When I first started trading, I had to go to rehab for BA. I always try to catch it, and it's impossible. It's impossible. I have better luck trading Amazon than. Look at this. What do you do with this? Look, this is the last time I no, I didn't touch it in July. I must have charted that for someone else. I don't touch BA. Let me see. Let me see if I have anything way back. Like I got beat up somewhere in here. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. All right. Let's start fresh. Thank you, Julia. I try to keep it very simple and common sensey. All right, BA short term. It's above the ADMA on the 4 hour. Let's look at the hourly. It's lost the hourly. So if you're talking short term like day trade, you were fine getting in here around 200, 201, 202. And look at this big bull volume. So anytime, and this goes for any chart, doesn't matter the chart, you see big bull volume like this, and you see a candle like this on the hourly, play the high or low. Boom. Tested the ADMA. You got another pop. It's just making higher highs and higher lows. You see that, David? These volume candlesticks right here, and every single time, look at this. Maybe I should start trading BA again. Oh my God. I don't even look at this chart. Look at these candles here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hate when that happens live. Oh man, look at this. I look like a fool. Uh-oh. Alert went off for Roblox, I believe. Of course I can't do anything now. Wow. All right. Look at these bull volume candlesticks. One here. Here. Thank you. That was Thinkorswim reminding me that the market's opened. This is give me 1 second. Let me look at the indices. I'll get back to BA in 2 seconds, David. Let's watch this open. Mr. Paperhands, I absolutely can share my trading view settings. Let's take 5 or 10 minutes to look real quick at the open. And maybe I'll do a video on it, just like the tools that I use and stuff like that. All right, NQ's of the most importance right now. 1 second. Uh-oh, computer's running slow. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Actually, I need to change some things. Just change that. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's delete it though. All right, so this is a pretty big bear flag hourly. Yeesh. It's a funky one too. It's not even a cool one. It's just weird. Pull. I don't know, something like that. So NQ is trying. Let's see what Roblox is doing. Oh no, I took it off the screen. RBLX. How's the sound on this? Can you guys hear me just fine? So it lost it. All right, let's look at CCLK bar. Mr. Pence, keep an eye on this Roblox. I think this is this is a fake breakdown. I don't buy this breakdown at all. It came too far, too many touches on the hourly, the 4 hour, and the daily for it to lose it here. Watch this, man. Watch this like a hawk. This can be a big, big, big play, especially if they give it one more good flush. I'm speaking of Roblox right now. Depending on what contracts cost, I'll open up the chain in a minute, but I'd look at some 4 to 6 week out contracts. 105 at the bare minimum I'd at, and see what those run. If the risk to reward is there, 105 is such a number. Especially if I think the contracts are cheap. All right, so let's look at CCL and crowd. CCL is going. It's a big volume bar. SPX is going as well. NQ's turned around. CCL's above the 8. You know how I feel. If you are going to day trade, I guess I should have the options chain pulled up. Let's see. YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain. Give me 1 second, guys. CRWD. And you always have to be cautious. I usually don't do anything the first 10 or 15 minutes. What happens is you get people who will just wash out they will wash out the market. They want to get rid of the positions that they swung, whether they're in profit or whether they're losing. And they want to oops. Give me a second, guys. YouTube does not make it easy. Ethernet is connected. Automatic. I am using that. Says I'm fine. All right. Anybody having any buffering issues? I'm sorry to keep asking these questions. Obviously, this is new for me. It's what's this? The second one. Crowd is going. K-bar it's above the ADMA. It's looking for an hourly trend change. So let's draw a line there. Starting here. It almost looks perfect. Let's see. We want as many touches as possible. We have to line up. We can't just make them work just because we want them to work. So we want these to line up how we think the algos are playing them. And obviously this is an algo name. So I think I have the right spot. It's touching, it's kissing the upper part of this trend line. Oops, get back here. 1, 2. We got the third touch, and here we are struggling here. Let's look at Roblox. And David, I promise you I'll get back to BA. 1 second. Actually, I'll do it now. BA back on the turd list. It's lost the ADMA, David, if you're still here. Someone ping David, so I don't trust this thing. Wait for another big volume bar like this. Take a screenshot of this, or just draw it yourself on the hourly, especially if you're day trading. It's very tough to trade BA as scalps because the premium moves so fast. Give me 1 second. Premium moves so fast on BA. So look for another one of these, and you'll kind of see it ramping up. Look, it gives you almost every indication before it makes a move. So you got 1, 2, 3. It's like stairs, and this is for everybody. So it's like stairs, 1, 2, 3, and then boom, you get a big pop. So you can start to see it ramp up. Did it again here, 1, 2. You got a little bit of exit volume, but it wasn't enough. Boom. Here we go. So it's just something that you have to keep an eye on. For the next couple hours, it may happen today, it may happen tomorrow. Wait the next couple hours. Wait for some green bars. Just look for some stairs, because it looks like it's just popping out of nowhere. Every few hours. You can catch a couple moves like this. It's decent. Roblox, RBLX. I don't know why I keep taking this down. Mr. Paperhands, you have a winner here, man. They can't sell it. I won't call this early because it can still be a bear flag, but I like this a lot. If I traded individual names, I'd probably jump in. I'll consider it around 90. So like see if it rejects the ADMA, which it probably will, and maybe give one more test. But I really like 105s. Can you pull up the or can anybody pull up the option chain on Roblox? Let's say 3 or 4 weeks out. Oh, look at that. Now it wants to go. Look at that. 3 or 4 weeks out, 105. Let's get some engagement here. May have to close Thinkorswim. Yeah, I do. This live stream is labor intensive on my network, I guess. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain this. It's a bummer. Oh, that's why. That should change things. Had to take my boy to school back now. All right, Hubs. Thank you, man. I know what that's like. I know that life very well. Having to stop trading in the middle of open and then get right back to it. Hubs, you're not in Philly, are you? You're on the East Coast, though. But you're not in Philly, right? All right, so K-Bar. I think we have the right lines here on crowd. So, hourly trend change. What do I mean by trend change? Right now, we're making lower highs and lower lows. And this is basic stuff for anybody that's just learning to trade or is here to learn to trade. We're making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Right now, we want a trend change on the hourly time frame to change from lower highs to lower lows to lower highs and higher highs. So I know it's like a tongue twister. So we want to see a change of that and then something like this. That's a trend. This is ugly. This is ugly as can be. But we want to change. So a break over this yellow line here changes the hourly trend. And that's what it means by an hourly trend change. Hourly trend change is significant. It means that, again, it's ready to turn the corner. It's tired of being a turd, and it's ready to move on to greener pastures. 24105 is only $2. That has my name written all over it, Mr. Paperhands. That trade right there has my name all over it. Let's see what the premium does. Oh, man, it's moving already. Let's see what the premium does around $90.50. But 105 for $2 a month out is sensational. Very cheap. It means that market makers don't think it gets there when premium is cheap like that. But I think we have too many touches to not get some, maybe go from $2 to $3. Catch a 50% play. You guys know me. I'm all about singles. If I can catch 25%, trading is hard. I don't think there's, outside of maybe MIGs, operating on animals and then getting right back to us. Outside of that, I don't know anything harder than trading. Looks like it wants to go. But look at this. This is excuse me. I gotta find a button that pauses that. This is similar to that falling wedge on Tesla on the hourly, and it's the same time frame. Erase it. It was so legendary. I don't think I erased it. Hold on. I made a ton of money on this. Look at this falling wedge. This is life-changing trade here. Right here. So this falling wedge and Roblox falling wedge can be the same thing. What's the IV on that contractor paper hand? Snow is also pushing nicely. Reclaim the 300. Let me look at Snow. K-Bar's throwing out fire. Milwaukee. You guys got a championship. All right, Hubs. I see you guys. City went crazy, huh? You guys lost to somebody yesterday that you shouldn't have lost to, though, right? I think. All right, so we're trapped under 300. I took a Snow trade this week. I think it was Monday. I forget when it was. All the days blend together when you trade. I just remember like my percentages. I took 40% on a bunch of contracts when it touched here. It was oversold to me. Got down to like, the RSI got down to like 27. What was this? Got down to 21. Like that's, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy an RSI. I'm going to buy an oversold RSI at 21 every single time on a name like this. Every single time. Like that's too low. It's too much selling. At some point that has to turn around. And you saw it. You got a climax, then it tapered off, and then the bulls finally stepped in here and said, okay, 300 is enough. K-Bar, I don't like it until it gets above the 80 MA, so 301.18. IV 73%. I like that. I like that a lot, Mr. Paper Hands. Keep your eye on that. That can be a big trade. I will play it. Not today. I kind of don't want to trade live. Much rather this be about learning. Why is Will asking for SPY to dump it? We don't want that, Will. We want the pop. We want to fade the pop. So it's relatively flat. But SPX is trying. It's trying to get back above this resistance. Boy, you talk about a fake out breakout. Look at this, man. Let's just go over. Let's just dissect the last 7 trading days or so. What day was this? 27th. I gotta look at the calendar. What day was the 27th? So Monday. So last Monday, big bull day. Remember, we ran up. We hit the top of the channel, and this may or may not be drawn right. I'm sure if I pulled it down, I can find some more touches. Big bull day on that Monday, and then we just chopped. Look at this. 2 bars, 2 candles, almost exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Traded sideways, chop, 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 and then they dropped us. How many people were trapped here? Trapped at all-time highs. Sheesh. This is deadly. Now we got to find buyers. BA. No, I did BA. Snow. Snow's trapped under there, K-Bar. That is a DNT. Do not touch. Do not touch. Oh, you guys hear the dog. Give me 1 second. Quick commercial break here. Be right back. Just watch Roblox. I'll give you that one. I'll be right back. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. All right, the master of distraction is back. Sit, buddy. Come on. You gotta sit. Okay. Sit, please. There we go. I don't have any treats for you right now. All right, what are we looking at? Josh says, burn it to the ground. What are we burning to the ground? What happened? Oh. Ooh, we're turning. That's a shame. Does anybody drink energy drinks here, or am I the only one? I know we talked about coffee last time, but I'd love to know what some of you guys are drinking in the morning, especially on the West Coast. Tesla puts are tempting. Let's see, K-Bar. Wait, give me 1 second. Oops. And Q ugly, big upper wick. Very ugly. We lose at 8. And you know what happens. You can load puts, we lose this 8. Again, not financial advice, but you know what I'm going to do if we lose the ADMA based off of this wick. Vietnamese coffee, Monster and coffee. Jesus, man. I mean, your heart rate has got to be something incredible. Have at it. No, I'm not in any trades right now. But I will. If we lose this ADMA, and I said I was not going to take any trades live just because there's no, it's not really a win-win. You know, you take a trade and it tanks, and you look bad. You look like you don't know what you're doing. So I'll stick to kind of giving you guys clues, kind of like how I do in the SPX chat. It compliments my Addy. I don't even know if I can say that. That's funny. Let's get some more of this fruit. Sunlight and fruit, guys. That's how you stay healthy. Vitamin C, vitamin D. Where's Josh at? Did he forget today? Or is he just leaving me? He found other things to do. All right, so NQ on the daily. Not an inside bar because they tried to flush it, but oh, Tesla puts. That's right. Somebody did say that. K-Bar said that. Well, it lost 10.72. Oh, boy. All right, let's look at this for real. All right. Somebody just text me Upstart. Let's see what they're doing next. All right, K-Bar, let's look at some contracts for Tesla puts. They're probably already juiced. Michael Burry's probably already loaded to the tits. You can load 1Ks for $6. It's a lot. because it looks like use this as your barometer right here. Like 1050 should psychologically be a number. Like if it blows through 1050, then yes, I'd probably hop in. I'd probably hop into some puts because it'll accelerate. 1050 is a psychological number. I rarely use this. Oh yeah, it's already broken that. Let's see what happens here. 1053, 1054 ish area. Dirty chai tea with oat milk. All right, Baymax, I see you. Oh, it's losing it. Let's watch the premium. Hey, man. Hey. Can you be quiet? We're trying to work here. It's a monster. It's really big. Oof. We might go swimming, guys. Close, man. I'm telling you. 15,732. We lose this, and I'm in there. Oh my Lord! Look at this thing. This has 1375 written all over it. No bounce. We have to get a bounce, like a real bounce. I mean, we don't have to do anything, but I'd be shocked if we didn't get a bounce. 0.5 is still holding on SPX. Boy, the Qs are ugly. You know, where's your entry here? This is one of those things where it's already juiced. Was looking at a spread. I like a spread. Buy the 110 put, sell the 990. Cost is 320. Oh. It can't lose 1,000, right, K-Bar? Is that a weekly? 1015 is decent support. Max cost 320. Or total cost 320. Oh, this thing's accelerating. Good Lord. All right. It's time to at least start considering some puts. This is accelerating fast. Probably too late for Tesla. K-Bar was right. Yeah, weekly helps with IV. Wow, they're just flushing this. All right. Qs are done. Let's look at some weekly. Let's look at some weekly. Boy, that turned around fast. $380s or $2. That seems like a lot. No, if Google flushes, it brings the entire market down. Market cap's too big. Same with Amazon. If you know those two go at the same time, it's curtains. Tesla's gonna give a bounce. Let's see. Hey man, shh. Chew on that one. No, it's not gonna give a bounce. It's not there yet. 0.5's gone. You know what happens. Yep. Now it's done. I'm looking at a short now. I'm going to. I'm going to regret doing this on camera. I know I am. Give me a minute. I'll short the next pop. This is. I missed out. What's up, dude? You want to say hi? Can you say hi? There you are. What's up, man? You're so big. How'd you get so big? Oh my goodness. You got so big. Okay. Stop. Next pop. Oh my lord. Be right back. Shh. Hey. Hey. Inside now. Inside. Come on. Inside. All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm focused on Tesla. Can I look at Baba? Yes, I can. Oh, you see what Snow did? Hit the 80 in May and dropped. I think it dropped 8. All right, Baba. Let's see. Oh, everything's tanking. Eyes still on Roblox, though. That's a top play for me. Yep, there goes Google Indeed. Baba. Thomas, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but welcome. And thank you for coming. Big upper wick, Thomas. Nice pump to open. It's down $3 since. Let's look on the daily. It's above the 80 EMA. I don't personally play Chinese names right now just because the government is so tricky. But let's draw a fib. Let's draw it from here down to here. I know what they did. I know where they pulled from. 1 second. I know exactly what they did. I know exactly what you guys did. I know where the golden pocket's going to line up. Gap fill right there. 100% algos. 100%. It's my famous here. Boom. Don't know when, Thomas, but the gap will fill. And you'll have to make a decision from there, you know. But you can, I don't know what contracts look like, but you can play something conservatively to the golden pocket. Maybe not as high as the golden pocket, maybe 145s, maybe even 130s, 135s. But I find it hard to believe is, I think Jack Ma's out of jail too, right? But I believe that's where it's going at some point. It'll make pit stops on the way, 136, 145. Maybe it doesn't even get to the golden pocket. Maybe the gap doesn't fill. But their buyers stepped in. They're somewhere. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. That helps a lot. I need to mention that pretty often. And tell your friends too, if they're not doing anything. The ones that that are still trading. Again, I don't touch Baba. I don't touch Neo. I don't touch a lot of those names, but this has signs of reversal. So something to keep an eye on. Come on, keep selling Roblox. That's fine. Snow's done. DNT, do not touch. I'm actually going to close that window. BA's turning again. Who was that? I got to scroll back up. It was David. David, this is why I don't touch. This is why I don't touch BA. It's back to turd. Apple, ugly candle here. There's a very ugly candle on the daily. Buyers did not accept. Boom, flushed right back down. Tesla's the one to watch. I'm leaning towards that 1,000, but I really like K-Bar's idea of the spread. VORNGO. I can't read that dialect. Look at Tesla go. It's gone. And so is SPX. SPX is going to the golden pocket without question. Probably today. This is the same thing that NQ did. So NQ did this yesterday on the daily. Right as this is cooked. It's barbecue. This is going to the trend line too. There's trades here. I mean, if you were listening and watching. Golden pocket, you can probably play 46.60s. There's 18 points away. Let me reply to this one. No, I can't. Shoot. Yes, I will look at Lucid. Give me 1 second. VOR, is that the ticker? And are you a subscriber? I hope that's the most important question. VOR is done. This is not a tradable chart to me. I don't think I take that back. I don't think there's much room left for it to go to the downside. It's a fairly new company, and it's also bio. You can't really play biotech. Look at this. Yeah, biotech names are tough, very tough. I don't know. You'd have to tell me what your plan is, like what you want to do with this. It's at the bottom, like it's it's in the sea right now. There's nothing. You can buy and then get stopped out at 10.50, but it's not a name I would touch. Let me look at NGO and then I'll go to Lucid. NGO is in the real ticker. It looks like the constellation. Let me know what the real ticker is, because this is untradeable. This is a penny stock if this is what you meant, and I don't trade penny stocks, and you shouldn't either unless you know the CEO. Because you need to know when he's going to sell. All right. Let's clean the Lucid chart up. Lucid lost it all. Let's pull a fib. Let's pull a fib from... Let's pull a fib from here. Oh, it's at the 707. If I pulled it from the right place. If I did not, then it's going lower. Oh, you didn't get a fill. Damn. I'm sorry, K-Bar. Tesla's cooked. 1,000 it is, huh? Jeez. Like Josh always says, short the lower high here. This is going to be a day of... This is day 2 of selling. Not today, SPX, says KBZ. Hey, man. Hey, the growth in the SPX chat at option swing for anyone who is not in the for anyone who's on the YouTube and not in the Discord. The option swing is, in my opinion, the best. This is an unofficial endorsement, or maybe it's official. I mean, they don't pay me, so it's not. But best community, in my opinion. I haven't been in many, but I can't imagine any being better than this one. But nice trade, KBZ. If I wasn't on here, I would probably have played this. It's probably an attention thing. I don't know if I can do both at the same time. But I don't mind. There are a lot of trading days. I think there's something like 270 trading days. I don't mind dedicating one to showing people my style. Tesla. Where's the bottom? The bottom can't be 1,000, man. If the bottom is 1,000, jeez. It's back in the channel though. Look at that. Andy, did you get my analysis on Lucid? All right, it's time to draw a new fib. Oh shit. There it goes. 252 what? What's 252? Oh man, it can't go to the golden pocket. So Tesla's lost the ADMA on the daily. Let me delete this. So we've lost the ADMA. I can delete this as well. It is shit. $20 in like 5 minutes. 1,000 is psychological. Look at that. And and that's the 0.65. I mean, it's literally the middle of the golden pocket. You know, this is worth noting. You can put this in on the trading floor. Give them a bone. Boom. Copy chart. Yikes. Digswell. My guy. I got to write these names down. I'll do that after. I'll go back and match the YouTubes with the Discords. Good Lord. Looks like it. So it's probably too late for puts on Tesla. As it gets closer to the golden pocket, you can take you can probably take a long. You can bounce the 1,000 psychological, 1,000 golden pocket, and you cut it if it turns on you quickly. Good Lord. Who played SPX in the chat? Let me just open up the chat. Premium look juice from jump though. Who made some money today? Let me know your trades. 40. Premium's been juice since last night. You would have had to have been surgical. I mean, like the 40. Oh, I lied. I take that back. I take that back. Wrong side. Wrong strike. 46.50 opened at 490. It's now 1370. Yeah, these are good. There's money to be made. I'm looking for the big one. And Josh and I talked about, buy and pray. You're right. Or buy and go back to sleep. Remember, I did that last year too. I'm looking for the big short, like I'm talking about the massive play. Like we haven't had a limit down day in over a year, that's for sure. When the COVID crash hit, we saw limit down after limit down after limit down. I wasn't as good back then as I was now, but man, I'm just waiting. Hopefully there's some meat on the bone for tomorrow, because I'd actually like to trade. What other tickers you guys got? And you guys understand what happens here. Like this bar here has to hold. If this bar doesn't hold, we are, without a doubt, testing this trend line. We lose this trend line, and this is when the gates of hell open, So let's just run some scenarios. Scenario 1, we lose the bar, we hit the trend line, right? So boom. We lose that, come here. Oh, I don't like that tool. I'll use a different one. Scenario 1. We lose the bar, the box, we lose the box and we hit the trend line. We lose the trend line, and again, this is the first stop, 14.4. And that's ugly. All right, let's look at NVIDIA. We 0.707 bounce on Lucid, maybe. They may flash it. If they flash it, it's a good buy too. Not goodbye, but like a good buy. NVDA. All right. I start on the daily, and I go top down. So first thing I do, boom. This is actually a channel. I can eyeball that and tell you that. Maybe. I might be off a little. Let's see. No, it's pretty close. NVIDIA's in no man's land, Thomas. So it's center channel, decent exit volume, RSI is 41. It would take for the RSI to get down to like 20 to hit the lower trend line. That's pretty extreme. 258 I don't see happening anytime soon. A lot of these names you really can't play until they pick a direction. Let's run a fib. So it's either here. Well, golden pocket lines up with the lower trend line. Look at that. Look how intentional algos are. If it slips to the lower trend line, it literally hits the golden pocket and bounces. The sell that would have to happen in tech, the NQ would have to get down so low for NVIDIA to hit 250, 55, 258. That, man, this is like chips in the center of the table. This is where you really find all the money you can, because everyone's going to be selling. This is NQ down to the trend line, maybe even breaking the trend line. That's what NVIDIA 258 would be, because this is a bull flag. It's a long-term bull flag that's holding the 0.5 right now. Like, look where I drew this. I'll put an arrow, and you guys can go back and watch this. You'll be able to replay this. So I pulled it from basically the the impulsive move here, which is also the ADMA, to the top to 346. And this is just a giant bull flag. This is one giant bull flag. Boom. And then here's the flag. Here's the pull. Here's the flag. Right now. So what do I always say in the chat? The line in the sand for a trend to remain bullish when you're pulling a fib is the 0.5. So it goes 0.236 is super bullish. Any type of retracement there. This is just regular bullish. 0.5 is the line in the sand. Like it must hold the 0.5 to remain bullish. If it can't hold the 0.5, it's going to the golden pocket. We saw that yesterday. Remember, this held most of the day. This 0.5 here. Held most of the day. Once it didn't, it lost it. It was over. You lose the 0.5 and you lose everything. 1 second. This is this NVIDIA setup. I gotta put this in the chat too. This is gold. Thank you, Thomas, for this. This is gold. We're losing it. You know, it's not something that'll happen overnight. But man, this has like the cues look ugly. I'm going to look at contracts for next week because it's Thursday. So here's the problem with taking trades this late into the week, especially if you're playing weeklies. Anything after like yesterday, like after 11 Pacific becomes a lotto to me because you really only have one day to work. Friday is a gamble. So you kind of have to really look into next week's contract. So, you know, FOMO talks about this all the time. He says, you know, maybe they give us a rally on Friday, you know, after just beating us down, they, you know, send us home licking our wounds. But, you know, if we get a pop tomorrow, I have to short into next week or 2 weeks out because this is ugly. Like, and it may not be done. This isn't even the average volume of what the last sell-off was. And we're at the same point. Does that make sense? Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Tesla's hanging on for dear life. It just wants to flush. So the short move is made unless you're scalping. And even then, premium is so tricky. You have to have the fastest internet connection. You have to have the quickest trigger finger. For me, it's so much easier. And this is what I love about the golden pockets is just play the golden pocket. If it loses it, it's done. The only problem is Tesla likes to trade to the 0.786 as well. So it's a tricky situation. If I was going to take a long position on Tesla, it would be, I'd have to catch it inside the golden pocket, either from the 0.618 to the 0.707. So I'd have to catch it here with my absolute stop being a loss of the 0.786. And that's the only way to play a Tesla bounce, in my opinion. Problem is you got the gap fill below too. But I can't see it staying under 1,000 too long. No matter what NQ does. There's so much money trapped at that point. You know, Elon himself would start buying. What are some other tickers? It's a good live stream. Not a lot of people, but good information. Ultimately, I believe, man. Ultimately, I think this is going to be the toughest year for most people to trade. Tesla's the only thing that matters right now for you and a lot of people, brother. That much I do know. mRNA and Facebook. Eyes on NVIDIA, guys. Alert. Where am I going to set an alert? I'm going to set an alert at low of day. I'll set an alert at low of day. Just for today. Because if it loses low of day today, I like the chances of the golden pocket. So I'm going to set an alert at 270.105. I'm also going to set an alert, just in case I missed that one, to 255. Not so much other tickers, but would love to hear how you take profits and your strategy behind it. I'm very risk averse, Landon. I leave more money on the table probably than most people. And it's because I'm very happy with profits. I spent the early part of my trading career losing so often by holding on that it doesn't bother me anymore that, I leave a play. 80% is a good play. And I think we have to understand that, it's not normal in any profession to take a position and get 80% return in a day or in a couple days. That's not normal. So we have to normalize getting back to, hey, taking profits. In theory, I should take them when the trade is invalidated, or I should scale out. For me, I just have a problem watching a good position go red. So, if my average trade size is 5K and I see 50% on that, I'm fine with it because I can catch so many plays that it doesn't bother me. I have trust issues with the market. So, I think most of us do. When it's swing season, I sleep a little better at night. Taking profits, letting runners run. I used to take the Kevin FOMO approach of, a trade hits 100%, you sell half and let it ride. So, but I've been so happy with 100% that, or less. I take a lot of positions where I take 20 or 25%. You guys have seen some of my picks and members' picks go 40%, 50%, sometimes 100%. I close them, say I'm all out, and they'll run to 800. Snap was one of them. Snap was a 6-figure play if I hold. That Snap short put. It was a $45 or $50 put. I took 100%, and the thing just bled out. The setup was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. But I have a tough time swinging anything just because of the sheer size of my positions. I have a tougher time doing that. So you have to do what works for you. Last year I was building a big portfolio by taking, and this was intentional, was by just taking profits, 25 to 40%. And, if it ran to 100, if it ran to 200, I just didn't think twice about it. It was, there's another play. There's another play. There's a play every single day. You don't have to play them. Now I'm focused on bigger size trades much less often. Like much less often. Like I sit here all day and I'll talk to you guys, and I won't take a trade. I'll show you guys what I see or what I'm looking at, but like something like this, I'd much rather buy here. This is a big play if we get back up here. I don't think we get back up here. I don't know what gets us back up here. But, we start touching trend lines. Like these are the massive plays. This is how you become a profitable trader. Why not buy here? This is a trend line that goes back. This is a trend line that goes back to February of 21. You know, maybe obviously you missed this one. Maybe you missed this one. But why not just buy here and load up? When this thing touches here and you get 3 touches like this, and you go from 14, there goes the dog again, 14.4 to 16.5, you know, and I talk about, you know, swinging, but, you know, this is, you catch one of these days, man, and it just runs. So you just have to be happy. Have to be happy with your own profits, not what anyone else is doing. Not someone on, you know, in the chat who gets 400% consistently. You have to do what works for you. You know, if you can sleep at night swinging with that type of size, then great. But I'm out of most of my positions 40-50% because I can catch a 50. I can hit singles like Derek Jeter over and over and over again, and you just stack wins, and it builds confidence too. When you're able to just, hey, I know I can hit 100% play. I don't mind taking 40 or 50%. I've been doing better at leaving runners. I'll tell you that much. You know, letting my runners go to zero. But you know, I hate that too because it's money left on the table. But you know, that's my taking profit strategy. Take it when you're comfortable. Watching market conditions. And not FOMOing because you missed out on some stuff. mRNA. Give me 1 second. I hear the dog doing something. I'll get to mRNA in 2 seconds. Oh, no, he's just drinking water. It's fine. All right, mRNA. So the problem with pharma, Digswell, is a piece of news can wreck the whole thing. You're welcome, Landon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and like. The problem with biotech is just, man, one piece of news can just wreck an entire chart, and we don't ever know when it comes. It's low volume. RSI is low. If you want to long it, you know, I don't advise it just because it's under the ADMA. I'm gonna have to let the dog out in a second. It's under the ADMA, but you do have some support here. Got some touches, ran up, touches, ran up. You know, does it do it again? It just depends on news, man. It's mRNA, you know, BNTX. You know, these names rely on, are they going to mandate more shots? Are we going to get boosters? Are we going to do X, Y, and Z? And obviously it is technical as well. So you have to time it right. You know, like I feel like a news piece can come and then we're right back at the ADMA. So, you know, you got a 20 point move. I think it's a low risk, Digswell, to get in here. I don't know what the IV is. RSI is low, but I think it's a low risk, and your stop is probably 200. Give me 1 second. Let me let the pup out. 1 second. Outside. Come on. All right, I got to create some type of graphic that lets you guys know, hey, I had to go walk the dog or let him out. I hope he doesn't bark all day. The minute you let him out, he barks. Low risk. So it's low risk. I'd probably stop out at $200, maybe even $195. But you know, what's your goal? You know, 220, 230. You know, it's a lotto to me under this ADMA and the condition that it's in. It's obviously in a downtrend, but it's found support. So SPX and NQ, I have arrows going up. What happened? And Tesla held. I knew he couldn't hold a player. Look at that thing. It's like, nope, I'm not losing the 0.5. I've heard Jason talk about the 0.5 all day. Would have been a nice move to catch. So here's typically what happens. People are like, oh, and they start getting short when it starts selling off like this, and they get trapped. And now somebody's down 80% or 90%, trying to take a. They probably took a 1K put. Probably paid $6 or $7 for it, and now they're trapped. And now they're gonna hold on, and they're gonna wait. You can mark my words. Tesla will be 1075 before it hits 11, or I'm sorry, 1,000. Nah, bro, it's not 1,000. Look how it got bought up. Hubs, look how it got bought up, man. Look at that. Look at that. That tail. Let's look on the hourly. Screams double bottom. It has to get back over 1056. Could get rejected right there too. But this tail tells me we're not gonna let you get. I'm describing you. It's crazy, man. I didn't put a name on it. Like I don't know who's who. I know when people are trapped. Man, that used to be me, man, chasing like a MF. Man, I know it. You look at selling start to accelerate. You're like, yep, this is my chance. You already know what you're gonna buy, and then pow, here comes Elon, using all the money that he made from the sale of $5 Tesla stock, $6 Tesla stock. It's holding the 0.5. If it holds it on the daily, tomorrow's gonna be a very big bull day, and then we go from there. But a daily close above the 0.5 is really, really healthy for Tesla. Really healthy. Oh, no, he wants to come back in. Hold on. Hey, get out, man. Come on, inside. All right, sit. I can't have you making noise, okay, bud? All right, I'm going to sneeze. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can catch it. Hold on. All right, I'm back. 1056 is when the shorts will get out. And here, it looks like it's about to come right now. 1056 on Tesla shorts are crushed. Absolutely crushed. That's why they're fighting. Have at it says Rivian was insane today. I haven't traded that one yet. mRNA Hubs. Did you get in? All right, RIVN. Stop, dude. Stop. Sit. Let's look at it on the hourly. Looks like a double bottom. This is very similar to Tesla. Long tail. Volume climax. SPY 170. What? 170? What are you talking about, bro? Volume climax. I don't know if you guys can see this, and I'm not going to turn up the brightness. Not right now, but this is a climax bar. This right here. I don't know if you can see it, so I'll just draw it from here. This is the top of it. This is the bottom. Look how big the selling pressure is. Have at it. This is the climax. This is it. They're probably not going to be any more sellers today. This dwarfs any bull volume that you have. Look at the bull volume. You know, what is this? 4 or 5 times the bull volume? It's a lot of exit volume. There are probably not any more sellers today for this. This could be a double bottom. I don't typically look at the 15 anymore, but it looks like it wants to make higher highs and higher lows. Get down, dude. Stop. Sit. Let me get him some treats. No, I'm not going to get him treats. Higher highs and higher lows. So just look for the next 15-minute candle. Have at it. Look for the next couple 15-minute bars. Volume climax here. This is when everybody exited this name. So it could be a bear flag. If it gets above the ADMA, the bear flag is negated. Let me fix this screen. That looks better. All right. So exit volume. I mean, this is a ton of exit volume. A ton. Double bottom. Higher low. Higher high. Wait for the next couple 15 minutes. Wait for the next couple 15-minute bars. You know, it might get rejected by the ADMA, so 84.40. Close above it. It's very bullish. Rivian puts paid. I imagine. Look at this. I look at the exit volume. I can't imagine. I'm gonna go back and look later, but the premium had to be insane. I mean, it absolutely had to be insane. This is a flush. They wanted someone out. You're more than welcome having it. Are we American Ving? Look at this. Almost hit the golden pocket. Oh, it kissed it. It wanted to come down. It wanted to make me right. But you could have taken 44.60s. I don't know when I mentioned it, but what's up, dude? Anyone have a Doberman? This guy's paws are huge. It's gonna be a monster. Probably end up being 100 pounds. Unstoppable. Let's look at Baba again. Baba's a decent play if you play Chinese names. Watch for the upper wicks. Uh-oh. I'm not a believer though. I still don't think we see low day again. This was insane. But what a bounce though. 75 to 80. Or 75 to 83. Can you look at Facebook? Looks like can short this stays high. Let's see. I don't know what I was drawing here, but it damn sure looks like it did exactly what I was drawing. Look at that. I don't know when I drew this. I may have to go back and look, but you can't tell me this isn't accurate. When did I draw this? Look at this. This is like Picasso, bro. I gotta sneeze again. Hold on. Seasonal allergies. I used to live my life on Claritin. Not Claritin. It was Zyrtec. Man. Whew. I should take something before it gets out of hand. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to have to keep doing this. I'll get right to Facebook in a second, but I don't know when I drew this. Maybe somebody can look at one of my older videos, or I'll do it myself, but this is crazy how it's played out. 1 second. All right. I am back. I am better. Jaden has 110 Rottweiler. That's insane. 110 pounds. I think I was 110 pounds in high school. It's crazy because you have to train them because they can't jump on people. They jump on people, especially in California, they'll sue you. So we are in obedience school as we speak. All right, Facebook. Oh, somebody's honking their horn. Let's turn the ring on. Let's see who it is. All right, Facebook. I would not short Zucker here because okay, let me ask you, Thomas, are you looking for a day trade or are you looking for a swing? Let's start there. What's your intention? I always ask people, what's the intention? There's a 7-second delay. I always forget. Just get a Cavapoo. What the hell's a Cavapoo? Now I'm going to look it up while I'm waiting. All right. Facebook. I wouldn't short Facebook on the daily because it looks like it wants to. It looks like a trend change is coming. I mean, it could reject, obviously. 1, 2, 3 touches. Day trade. Okay. So let's drop down to the hourly then. And let me fix this and make sure that I can only see it on the daily. Boom. Mr. Paper Hands, I have not forgot about you if you are still here about my settings. It's just hard to do intraday. All right, that looks about right. If you're going to take a short, I wouldn't do it until the trend line. So thinking of scalping the day's high. All right, so here's my belief and my philosophy. If it gets days high, it's going to get higher. So you need to find out where the resistance is. So you would have to draw this line. So you have to get your touches proper. It's one of these. It's either this one. It's either these where it crosses. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's obviously subjective. But I like this here. Because I like these upper wicks. I like how they match up and I like how they rejected. I hope so. You have been charting on Thinkorswim for a long time. It is atrocious to me. It is so hard to look at. Not your charts. I'm just saying Thinkorswim in general. Very hard to do. It's not user friendly. Touches. Shorting the day's high is tough, especially if you have volume coming in, Thomas. So if you see, look at this volume bar candle here. Look at the candle itself. If you would have tried to short the high here, saying, oh, well, it came back down, I'm going to short it again, you'd have got smoked because look at the next hourly candle. Like you're out of there. It's already ran. So if you say I was going to short the high here, when it dropped back down and it hit it, you got smoked by $5. So the next logical resistance is this trend line here, 339.50-ish. So maybe set an alert here on the trend line if you want to short it. But God forbid the Qs turn around, which looks like they have. We've double bottomed here. You know, do we a bear flag? I was telling Josh yesterday that I plan on, or well, he actually told me, but I think we both agreed that, you know, you kind of sell the pops. So maybe tomorrow's a big bull day. It's just it's not something I would short. I wouldn't short it here because if the day turns around, I'll go start buying and they turn on. I'll look at the 15 minute and the 5 in a second, but they start turning on. It can easily get to 340, shoot past it and fake out breakout. But by then you're already dead. You know, If you short the high at 336 and it runs to 340, how much pain can you endure on a day trade? And I don't know what contracts are, but I'd imagine they're expensive. Does that make sense? Tesla's at 558. Shorts are officially FK'd. They are screwed. Shorts are out. They bought down here. They bought at 1020. Let's say they even bought at 1040, and they were like, "Yep, Tesla's going to 1K." They got smoked. Smoked city. That 0.5 held. It wasn't going to 1,000. I should have never drew this. It looked like it was, but that tail told me everything. I'm gonna delete it. Maybe it'll revisit it, but today wasn't going to be the day, I guess. Revisionist history, I guess, huh? I guess I can say it now. Big bull volume coming in. High a day coming up on. So let's watch it, Thomas. High a day is 336. We'll say 88. But remember, last hour before, high a day was 335. Again, if you tried to get in at the opening candle here to short it, you were screwed. And this is above average volume, by the way, too, with 40 minutes left in the candle. You're more than welcome. I sold a 10-15 put to cover my puts. Hubs, man, you know how to play. You know how to play. Thomas, I think the better play is I'm leaning more towards tomorrow being a bull day, kind of. I don't know. I mean, my sentiments can change in the next 5 minutes based on the next candle, as you can see with Tesla. But that 0.5 is deadly, man. That 0.5. Watch the 0.5s. Take your fibs, draw them, because the 0.5 is the last line in the sand. It's the last line in the sand. The 0.5 has to hold. On the time frame that you're looking at, obviously on the daily. So if this closed here, and I'm on the daily time frame, it had this closed here, then yes, we were going to the golden pocket. There wasn't any way around it, because that's what the algos wanted to do. But we still have a whole day left, and it could very, very well close underneath it. But for the time being, it held. How many people do we have in here? We're losing people. Call your friends over. We need more people. Got a bunch of tabs open. We're back over 47 on SPX. Barely. I don't know. No man's land. Indecision candle. But the last time we had an indecision candle, look what happened, huh? Keep in mind, ideally, if you're a bull, bulls would want to push this back up to high a day. That's a tall task. Yeah, it's 15 points on SPX, but it would create a hammer candle. It would high a day, somewhere near it would be a hammer. I don't think another indecision day is good for the bulls. Another candle like this on the daily is not ideal for a bull. Boy, he's loud. Let's see, somebody pinged me. All right, let me see. Mr. Paper Hands, I will go over settings since it's slow and no one has any requests. Give me 1 second. Let me just look. Baba's making moves again. Who requested Baba? I gotta go back up and search again. I don't know. If you're still here, raise your hand. Baba's making that move. I think it's up $3 since pointed it out. Roblox. Look at Roblox. Told you. It's defended. This wedge has the potential. It has the potential to do this. Why does this keep happening? I only want this on the daily. Or maybe not even there. 1 sec. Damn it. All right. Has the potential to do this. I do not have a crystal ball. It was Thomas. Yeah, Baba looks good. Tell me these don't look the same. In a way. Maybe I put them side by side. Let's see. That one and RBLX. Not really. We got a runner. But seriously, tell me these don't look very similar. Look at that. Chart it and play it. I will play Roblox, I promise you. Might be something I throw in members picks. Pelosi does have a crystal ball. Oh, is she in Roblox for real? Seriously? Oh, that's all the confirmation I need. I don't need any EMAs or any lines. If Pelosi's in it, it's a win. She's not in it to lose money. You know, I can't call her CROOK, but most people who kind of crooked, they at least try to throw you off, take some losses, and make it seem like they're not fixing the game. But I don't think Pelosi's ever taken an L. I hope I don't get deplatformed. I don't even have enough subscribers to get deplatformed. All right, we can take this off now. I think you guys get my point. SPX is back over the 80 EMA on the hourly. NQ looks very good for a reversal. I had a fib here. What happened to it? Wait a minute here. Oh, yeah. She's turning around. She is turning around. We are... What I say about a hammer candle? There's too many hours to call a hammer candle, but it looks good. Get high a day and watch out. I'll tell you that much. Get back over that 0.382. I don't understand this though. Hold on. I'd love to have my fib back. I hate having to redraw fibs. I mean, obviously I can do it, but is this helpful to you guys? Are these streams? Oh, it blew past us anyway. This is a bad fib. It's dead. Oh, nice. That fib doesn't matter. It's already retraced. What's going on on trading floor. Let's see. VUN. I'll try and type this ticker. Oh, to trade alongside me, it would be very boring. I promise you that. It is not. I draw levels. Have at it. Are you a member of Option Swing? Are you in the SPX room? Thank you, Cage. I was wondering if you were here. You were quiet. Are you at work, brother? Yeah, I think I can commit to once a week. I actually need to do it once a week. Give me 1 second. The dog again. Shh. Hey. Quiet. Yeah, I need to do it once a week, at least. I need the hours. It's like a job now. All right, so have at it. If you're in the SPX room, you know I draw levels, and that's really how I trade. So it's not as glamorous as you think it is, because I really just play levels. Like here, I ideally would love to see another day of, maybe we get, just a higher low. Just pretend that's a candlestick. Then I'd have a little bit more confidence to play it to the upside. Because, again, if you've been watching the videos, I've said since, I don't know, maybe here, that we can just ping pong until, and I think I use these exact words, until the market's ready to go. Come on, dog. And if it doesn't go, I'm just playing levels. We lose this level, then I'm playing the trend line. We lose the trend line, and I'm right back down to 14.4. Right down here somewhere. So, hey, man. Oh, bro, you should have came over. I thought you were at work. That's why you couldn't come. Oh, you could have sat next to me. I actually wouldn't mind that. Maybe next week. You can. We'll get a special appearance by Mr. Pac-Man Enterprise himself. Yeah, I thought you were gonna be at work. That's why you did it. But yeah, Thomas, I'll do this once a week for sure. Stop. All right. So this is for Mr. Paper Hands. Settings, indicators, and I did this on my video, which you guys should go back and watch because I need the views. I have the ADMA. You can go under the indicators tab. And it's actually the 8 because they don't have, it's the 9 because they don't have an 8, but you just go into settings and input, and you just change the 9 to an 8 or 7 or 6 or 10 or 21, whatever your preference is. I was taught on the 8 in homage to Kobe Bean Bryant. Volume, obviously. I like pivots high and low. I know a lot of you guys use the VWAP. I don't. But I know it's useful. It's just I can't deal with too many indicators. It drives me crazy. Because then I can talk myself into anything. And then tools. A lot of these tools are useful just for quick drawings. So I'll go over those. Crosshairs I don't use. I'll actually take this off. I'm going to take this off now. Crosshairs. Oh, I can't. Okay, whatever. Obviously Trendline. So you can find the Trendline bar if you're using TradingView right here. So all these stars are down here at the bottom. Chill, bro. Sit. So everything with the star. Horizontal ray is also very useful, especially when I'm trying to draw. Here, I'll just use them right now. So this is the horizontal ray. So say I'm just trying to mark a top or a bottom or a level. That's what that line is. And you can set an alert there as well. Just right click it, add alert on the horizontal ray. All right. This box is probably the most used. For me, it's how I draw zones. Not so much, it's part of the level process. So, we don't rely on just a single line to, determine, support and resistance, because, they overshoot them. They usually create just a range. So I use that. Elliott wave, I need to delete because I was hell-bent on learning Elliott wave at one point, and it's just too complicated. I'm not as smart as you guys think. I am so simple in my trading that Elliott wave would just confuse me right now. Maybe I'll learn it one day, but the style that I use now is totally fine. Head and shoulders I can probably remove too, just because I don't play as many patterns as I used to. Triangle pattern, I have no clue what that is. So let's go down the next one. I like this here, this price range. I think I just used it. Stop. I think I most recently used it on Apple. Yep. So it's the one where, I click on it and it just gives me, I can see that, whatever name dropped 28%, 40 points, something like that. Obviously this is the fib. I still need to put a video out on fibs. It's not complicated, and I like to think I do a good job of it. So I want to put together a really good video with a lot of, examples, 10, 20 examples of how I use them. And it's just a time consuming thing. I'll get to it. I promise. I know I said that before the holidays, but I will. Parallel channel. It's another good one I like to use. Use it on Tesla. 1 second. So, channel. I just used that on Tesla. Look at Tesla fly. Fly, little birdie. So that's the parallel channel. Take 1 point, draw it. I should correct this a little bit. That works much better. It's just aesthetics. It's just art. It's just drawing. It's above the 15 also. Low volume, but still notable. Which one do I want to delete? Arrow, path. I like the path a lot. Lets me draw these projections, I guess. I love this one too. Lets me highlight points, inflection points, support, resistance, tails, wicks, whatever. And then my doodler. So I think the morning moves have been made. It's really all about the afternoon. Look at this. Look at this tail. Boy, people got trapped. So again, you bought, down here somewhere to 10, 20, thinking it was going to 1,000. You're probably 90% in the red. And I mean, no point in cutting. If you're there, expect nothing to really happen. But what happens if this turns If Tesla turns positive, watch TF out, because shorts are screwed. High of day, Thomas. Do you see what I mean? It smoked high of day. High of day was what, 336.88. Smoked it. Can't short high of days. You short resistance. It's going here. Don't know when. Can't project that. But it's gone. Look at this volume on the hourly. You knew it was coming because it was already above average 20 minutes ago. You'd have got smoked if you tried to short high of day on Facebook. This thing's gone. It's going to the upper trend line. It's going to 339. VASF. Lizzie, how are you? Welcome. Are you from Option Swing? Are you part of the community? I'm going to take your question anyway, but I'm curious. VASF Tech. And are you a subscriber? Most important right now. Baba's running. Thomas, you got some good ideas there. VASF. I don't see VASF, Lizzie. Can you give me the actual ticker symbol, please? Let's get into Tesla. I can't play Tesla right now. I have to be laser focused to jump into Tesla. I can tell you what I see. But man, I am a guy of simplicity. I need to look at the premium. I would have had to. So another big part of my trading is watching the premium move, and I mentioned this in the trading floor. No, not you. Have at it, Lizzie. Is Lizzie subscribed? I know you subscribe, bro. Part of my thought process into entering is thanks Thomas, I appreciate it, and tell friends too, man. I need to get to 100 somehow, some way. I know it'll happen naturally. It'll happen when it happens, but when I get to 100, I get to actually claim my YouTube URL, and I would love to have that. Tesla's at 1070, smoked. It's a 50-point move. Shorts are licking their wounds right now. They were early. So I look at premium. You know, I really take the cost of premium into consideration. The 1075 Tesla calls expiring tomorrow. The low of day, when I assume it was down to 1020, was Tesla's going to go positive today, in my opinion. Was $5. Those are now 1610. That's 300%. That's 300%. That's wild. What are the 1100s? The 1100s, when it got down to 1020 low of day, the 1100s were $2.40. They're now $7.70. They're going to go to 10. That's how you trade. That's how you trade. It lost 1050, but I didn't think it was going to stay down there for long, I guess. I guess I'd have to go back and watch and see what I actually said. Let's see. SPX still above the 8. NQ is begging to print a hammer candle. It is absolutely begging to print a hammer. If it prints a hammer, tomorrow's a big green day. Look at the volume. We're halfway through the session. We're already above average volume. There was going to be a bounce. We knew there was going to be a bounce. Sold off very hard yesterday. Julia says, so do you usually decide on your entry based on what you've already charted, e.g., if this hits against the trend line of volume, looking at other indicators such as RSI? It all goes into play. So the first thing I do, I start It's always based on what I've already charted unless I'm scalping. Used to do a lot of scalping last year. Then I just got burned out. Just got tired. I did fairly well. Yeah, it's about to hit that trend line, Thomas. I'll go over that in a minute. When I map out levels, Julia, I do it with the intent of watching volume first and foremost, because the only thing that matters to traders, us, are volume and price. So I'll use NQ for an example. Once this was accepted, and you can look at all these tails here, they ate this up. So if I wasn't trading, I'd have been long here. Probably within, I'll show you which candle I would have got in. Right here. Not here, not here because of this wick. I would not have got in on this wick. But that next hourly candle, close above the ADMA, with a tail like this, that means the bottom was in. To me. So we've rounded. We got increased bull volume on the hourly. Big, almost 3 times the size of the bear volume. And then the subsequent next candle was a big green candle. Now we're looking at another hammer. I can't give you an entry. I can't tell you to go long here or do X, Y, and Z. I would have been watching this candle here. That's how I would have played something like that. So I would have started on the daily. I would have watched this. This is going to set up possibly a bear flag, but I don't care about that. I only care about trying to catch momentum. And this is a momentum play. Momentum. Look at this. Again, would not have gotten here. Probably would have started looking for shorts here, actually. Right? Because you got a big upper wick and you lost the ADMA. It was salvaged to close it. And then boom, big volume came in. Entry is right here on this candle for me. This is where I get in. I'm probably going to chop this portion up right here and put this on a shorts reel or something like that. Facebook. Thomas, you see it. You see it. Don't short higher days. Especially not on mega caps. It's going to the trend line. I could have traded that. I should have traded that. This is 100% play. I haven't looked at the premium, but I know how Facebook moves. It'll reject here. You'll be able to catch a higher low. So it'll set up. Yeah, it'll reject right here. It's probably going off of this candle here, this trend line. That made sense, Julia, I hope. I don't use the TTM squeeze or the MACD. Too confusing for me. Analysis paralysis. I can get I can talk myself into a trade if I have the MACD and the squeeze and everything else going. That's not for me. It's not my style. Very simple. Price and volume. This is volume. This is price. Volume, price. Yeah. If I got in, again, look at this. So bear volume, right? Next candle, hourly, boom. Big shot up. Would have got in above the ADMA, maybe even front run it based on the volume. It's so much volume, you can almost front run it for a scalp or a day trade. And yeah, you draw the lines first. You start by drawing the lines on whatever time frame you're on. Whatever time frame you're on, draw the lines. And I know that this is my exit. This is resistance here. Now you're looking for an hourly trend change, but if you got in down here, if you got in at 330 and you were playing the 340s, oh man. Let's look at it. Let's see what the low was. One second. All right, Facebook. Facebook. Sorry, had to reply to a text. All right, FB. $340s. Look at this. Am I even really a trader? You guys' jaws are going to drop when I tell you what the low was. Low of day. Facebook 340 weeklies expiring tomorrow. 14 cents. Would have cost you $14 to get into this play. $14. You want to know what they are now? $2.59. It's almost 2,000%. Unbelievable. Beyond, Cage. Beyond is on the turd list. It is on the DNT trade list. Amazing. $14. I'm salty. The only good thing is, again, there's 207. What's up, bro? Hey, man. I want you guys to say hello to my brother. My brother has entered the chat. I don't know. How long you been here, bro? There's a 7-second delay here, too, by the way. This is legitimately my real brother. BYND. Beyond is taking as many souls as the Crypt Keeper. Cage. Volume, though. You see the volume? What did we just talk about? We just talked about volume, right? So, volume climax. Boom. Exit volume here. Tapered off. Got lower. We found a double bottom. 10 minutes. Oh, you've seen some good stuff then. Double bottomed, right? Boom. Double bottom. Volume on the hourly. Look at the next bar. Boom. Soon as it gets over the ADMA, what's that? $60. Boom. 65. You see that, Cage? Above average volume. It smoked the last 5 or 6 hours of bear volume. Boom. Next candle. It's flying now. It's the only way to play Beyond. Can't swing it. Have to day trade it. Big volume came in. Found a bottom. I'm not trading it until it's above the ADMA personally. You can front run this thing all day, especially if you're a little bit more risky. These days, I'm less risky. Hold on, someone just tagged me in something. I own a YouTube automation business. Oh, that's good to know. Need to DM that guy. Double bottom, big volume. I'm going to say it over and over, right? Big volume. This isn't coming back down. This isn't some type of fake out. Especially once it got over the ADMA. It got over the ADMA around $61. $61. It flew. Hourly candle. Boom. We've turned the corner, I think. SPX hasn't accepted it yet. Neither has NQ. NQ has rejected the bottom of the 707. Let me screenshot this guy. Hold on. Hold on. Copy and paste. How much? No, video production. 8 videos a month. It's expensive. All right, sorry. Sometimes I get distracted easily. Let me get my windows back up. Good Lord, Facebook. That damn Zuckerberg. And if you're wondering about an exit here, Cage, I'd used the top of this candle here. This is literally how I trade. Look left. So Thomas, it depends what your intent is. Give me 1 second. I'll get right back to that, Cage. My exit is always the last place it's sold off. That is my secret. It has literally been my trade secret for over a year now. Look left. Look what happened left. Look to the left of the chart. You see, it hasn't accepted it. I take profits early, but if you scale out of a position, like most people do, this is your final take profit. Maybe you leave a runner, depending on how many contracts you take. But again, I'm happy like this. So the volume determines how long I stay in the play. If volume starts to die off, then I'm out. But whether that be 40 or 100% or 120. Like I said, I rarely catch the 100% plays. You guys catch those much more often than I do. I play with I play with size, so it's not anything for me to toss and turn over, but I'm happy making a 50% return on, 50 contracts or 100 contracts at $1. Yep, resistance exactly. Facebook moon because Dan Niles went on CNBC saying he was bullish. That's an exit for me. You got to inverse CNBC. So only enter trades if above the ADMA and the hourly, not the 5-minute for day trades. Day trades, yes. If you're on the 5-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame, you're looking for maybe not the 15. The 5, anything up to the 5-minute should only be used for scalps. Scalps and exits on your day trades. So if you're, let me see how I can make this less complicated. If you're scalping, you're using the 2, 3, and 5-minute time frames, or you should be. And you're using the 2-minute as your exit. Loss of the ADMA should be your exit on scalps. Maybe we'll do that one day. We'll allocate $1,000 to scalping. Either we smoke it or we double it. It's one or the other. That won't be today. If you are day trading and using the hourly time frame, I'm looking at a 15-minute time frame, and I'm starting to look for exhaustion. I'm starting to look for a taper off in volume. I'm looking at this red candle. Now I'm taking note, because what typically happens is they're looking to set. So this is higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. If we lose the higher high, higher low pattern on the 15 and 5-minute, I'm out on a day trade. We lose the 5-minute 8 EMA on a day trade, I'm out. Does that make sense, Thomas? I talked about this ad nauseum to exhaustion last year. I probably went through maybe 40 or 50 examples of this last year in like a 30-day period. I went scalp crazy. 1 minute gives me headaches. This is the way uses the 1 minute. Scalping 1 minute, it gives me anxiety that I can't handle. Those candles look crazy. Here, I'll show you. Like, you really have to catch something trending. I can get faked out on this too easily because I use the ADMA. Unless you catch something like this, what's this, 7 o'clock in the morning when all the action is, you can ride something like this. Boom. So you get, what's that, 20 minutes worth of action. I'm looking for longer setups. It's a good portfolio builder if you have the discipline to do it and not get faked out. But you can only play it if you're playing the upside. Oh, this is the way. Oh, so I already know how you trade. You still trading on the 1 minute, huh? Who needs cardio? Is that what you say? It's hard, man. It's a hard way to trade. Have at it, and this is the way. That's funny. Look at this. This is a bear flag. You know what I mean? On a 1 minute time frame. It didn't break down, but maybe you're out because it rejected the ADMA. That's too much stress for me. For me, personally. If it works for you, it works for you. Indecision, exhaustion. It could set a new high, though, as well. So you should be out most of the position. Look at this. Big tail. Huge tail. Closed above the ADMA. So now I'm keeping my eye on it. Next 15-minute candle, boom. I'm probably in right here somewhere. Just to be safe. Last year, maybe I enter right here. Forget it. Get in. But I also don't want to get faked out on the retest and maybe it drops below it just for a couple seconds. Like, I don't want that. So a conservative way of entering is this candle if you're day trading or scalping. What's the reasoning behind using the 1 hour as your smallest time frame versus other options? I like the hourly just because I enjoy letting a play develop over time. If I'm on a 5-minute time frame, I'm looking for 5-minute results. So I'll say it again. If I'm on the 5-minute time frame, I'm looking for results in 5 minutes. That's not enough time for a play to develop for me. That's good for a scalp, but it's not good for anything else outside of that. Look at this test of the ADMA. You can't tell me that. I'll even zoom in. Can't tell me this thing isn't traded by bots and that they don't respect the ADMA. They don't want to sell this thing today. The bottom was in down here at 330. Or this wasn't today, was it? It was today. 322. Imagine catching this. Imagine catching this at open at 322. So, to get back to your question, Diggs, well, the hourly allows me to not be faked out by 5-minute candles. I don't care what goes on the 5-minute candles. It's noise. I'd much rather stay in a play that has volume over a longer period of time. But you guys know, I go through different phases in trading. Like at one point I was only scalping. I built my portfolio up last year. I can take less trades, so I want more plays to develop over time. If you have a number in your head and you want to get to that number, maybe you get to it through scalping, but it has to be the season as well. Personally, I think you should build your portfolio with day trades and swings and not scalps, because you can blow an account scalping. I know I did it to start my career because I didn't have patience. So we got another like 30 minutes or so. Man, I hope this was useful to a lot of people. I feel good. I feel like it did. This will be great for replay. Diggswell, did that answer your question? I always have to ask that follow-up question. Did that make sense? When you see the volume chopped in half on a candle, is it a sign to get out of the play? You should be close to exiting if you're not leaving runners. But I'll show you how to determine that. Just drop to a smaller time frame. If whatever time frame you're on, just chop that time frame in half and look to see what's going on. So we're losing volume. Yeah, it's chopped in half. Most of your position you should be out of. I was looking at Facebook when I wrote that. Yeah. So yeah, if I'm on the hourly, we've already come up to resistance. I should have been out of this already. Now it'll set up a bull flag. That's the most likely scenario. And you see, I haven't drawn a fib or anything yet because I'm not sure if the top is in. It's more than likely is. So I probably could. But even that doesn't do me anything. This is a pattern based play. Do I stop trading after a certain time? I notice after 9:30 to 11, it's dead time. Yeah, it can be. I think regardless of the time, I think the most important thing is volume. I don't think. I know it is. So if the volume is dying off between 9:30 and 11, then 9:30 and 11 is not a good time to trade. If there's volume between 9:30 and 11, you trade the volume because we are momentum traders. So you go where the momentum is, and it is typical that it drops off between 9:30 and 11 because the moves have already been made. So yes, that is, probably shouldn't be trading. Just find the stuff that moves. It's not really complicated. You have to find the stuff that's moving. You can't play something like this. This hasn't moved all day. It's flat. How do you play JPM on the 5 minute? You're just trading in a range. You're below the ADMA. You're above the ADMA. Just play things that there's no volume. It's below. The average is below. I'm sorry. The volume is below average. So just don't play it. Find something that's moving. Let's see. Hold on. There's a way I can tell you. Let's see. I forget. Nope. I'm not going to try and find it now. It's somewhere here. Let's see. What's that? Oh, order book. I didn't know they had an order book on TradingView. This is a game changer. Order flow is the next thing I really want to master. There's some people. Solo's really good at it. I know Steven took a course with the hell's his name? Shit. Man, the guy who's really good. Oh, Sang Lucci. Like the order flow master. If you ever want to learn order flow. This is what I was looking for right here. Just look for the things that are moving. Volume gainers. So like, I'd never play FRLN. It's a penny stock, but just look at stuff like that. Close this order book. No, that's not moving either. I guess it was moving earlier. Yeah, but what is what, Gage? Order flow? I'll explain it anyway. It's where your bids and your asks are stacked. It's the buyers and the sellers where they're willing to buy, where they're willing to sell. So, there's a wall of sellers at 340, and there's an order book. So there's people who are willing to buy at a certain price. There's people who are willing to sell at a certain price, and you usually have a wall in both ways. So you can not guess. You can use the price. You can use the order flow book to determine, where the buys and the sells are coming, how they're stacked. It's very intricate, very complicated. Once you learn it, you have another skill in your toolbox. That'll make you a better trader. There are some people who only trade using order flow because it's really just an in-depth look on where the buyers and the sellers are. Facebook's had a 14-point day. Amazing. If there are a bunch of people that are prepared to buy Facebook at 340, it's probably going to go to 340. If there are a bunch of sellers, you can probably sell. You know that there's a wall there. So if you're watching the order flow, right now there's only 2. And it moves. It's chopping around. But, you go on Thinkorswim and you'll be able to see order flow. It's called level 2. Level 2 on Thinkorswim. You're very welcome. Google reversed. It did. Found a bottom. Seems like things found a bottom for the day. SPX wanted to test that channel, which lined up with the golden pocket. It didn't. Just came short, and that's fine too. The close is important today. Close is important because it sets us up for tomorrow. Do we close with the daily? Hammer? Indecision bar? What do we do? Diggswell, did I answer your question fully about the hour time frame? I hope I did. Mainly it's because I don't want to get faked out and I want to play to develop. We can make a lot of money buying on consolidation on a smaller time frame and letting it develop. Jolene changed her picture to orgs. That's hilarious. AMD. Where's Andrew at? Andrew plays AMD often. It's a good place to buy. Not now. I'm saying down here was. So you got your touches. You got 2 touches there. 1, 2. This made a third. Very low risk entry here. This was a very low risk entry on AMD. And this is one of those things where if you draw them overnight, so I didn't, just because I knew I was coming on here live. Maybe I should change the title. Maybe I should really change it from live trading to just live charting. Again, I don't want to be the guy to, not yet at least, trade on camera with you guys and take a bunch of positions. You guys take them. Turns against us. A lot of stress. Salute to the guys that do it. I'll get there one day. But I care about people's money. And again, they're low entries. I probably, like, if I wasn't on camera, I probably would have taken them. Nothing crazy. Again, they're low risk trades. You get in here, you get out if it, drops below here on an hourly. Again, I like to let plays develop. That's on the daily. So that'd be a good swing more than it would be a day trade. And you're just trying to catch up to the ADMA where it will likely reject like it did here. Once it gets above the ADMA, you're looking at a trend change. You're looking for an ADMA hold. When trying to catch momentum, though, again, there are different rules for different scenarios. Trying to catch a trend, big volume comes in. Yes, it is below the ADMA, but play it when it gets above it. Front run it if you want on volume. Just understand that if it rejects, it's going to reject hard. Let me see. I got a message from Andrew. He must have heard me. AMD, he got it. Let me see. Is it near the GP on the daily? Let's see. No, it looks like it retraced all the way, Andrew. 1-to-1. I'd pull from here to here. It blew past that if I was drawing from that. And this is most recent, so I probably would have drawn from here and here versus, somewhere over here, just because it's just so long. They faded this play already. So say I pull a fib from here because it's an impulsive move, and I drew it to right here. Hold on. First of all, power of fibs, rewind. All right, so let's do a replay. Let's start here. Okay, so we cut off what happened after this high, right? So let's draw a fib. I hope everyone's watching. I'm going to pull from I almost pointed at the screen like you guys could see. I pulled from right here. Okay? This is the start of the most impulsive move. And I take it to the high. First of all, look at the first hole, the 0.382. So we thought, we're going to be bullish, and that's exactly what happened. It ran up. But let's go ahead and play. Let's play it at slow speeds. Okay. So fake out, breakout. Boom. Oh, wait. Shoot. Drew it at the wrong place. Golden pocket hold. Let's pause it there. Boom. GP. Look what happened when it hit the golden pocket. This will be part of my Fibonacci trading video. If you caught this down at 130, 131. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have my glasses on. I should be ashamed of myself. 134. And you caught this bounce. You got paid. Then you got faked out because it rejected the ADMA. And now here we are. Pause. 707. Found it as support. And it faked out again. That's why I don't trust the market, though. Look at this. You get 2 big green days like this, and then it sells off. That's why I take profit the way I am, because I'd be pissed if I was up 100% and then swung. And you shouldn't. You should absolutely take profit at 100%. Silly if you don't. Shame on you. And then, you're only up 20% the next day. I'll take my 40 or 50% every single day versus 100% play here and then sell it at loss at minus 50% or whatever. But let's keep looking. Golden pocket bounce, kind of just chopping around. But all these moves are intentional. Ooh, look at the trend line it hit. Ooh, did you catch that? Trend lines are important. This isn't a trend line, actually. I'm sorry. This is just a line. It takes 3 touches to make a trend line. But at least now you know. So this is something you can actually look forward to the next time it happens. 2 touches is just a line. Write this down. 2 touches is a line. 3 makes a trend line. Very important. And you wouldn't have known it was going to hit that because you didn't have anything else to go off of. But now you do. Now you know it's going to come back up to test and make a trend line. Right now it's just a line. It's not a trend line. It's just a line. One sec. So we get another golden pocket bounce. My bet, 150. Maybe I move this up. Yep, that's what I do. I redraw that to the high now. Look at this. Intentional. This is as intentional as it gets. Where's Lisa Sue? Somebody bring her on. VAR Tech. Dolly, I don't know what VAR Tech is. I think I tried to look that up earlier. Give me a second, though. I'll look. I hope Dolly's a real person. 707. They don't want to sell it. 150 is in AMD's future. If tech turns around, tech has to turn around. It can't not turn around. It must turn around in order for 150 obviously to be achievable. But I mean, it's intentional. We know what's going on here. So as long as the 707 holds, as long as there's a zone right here, I'm going to write it because, You guys are giving me plays, and I don't even play individual names. Must hold. This will be on next week's watch list. This will be on next week's watch list. I will do a full video on AMD. I will do a full video on... Let me save this. I won't do one on Baba. I'm actually going to take Baba off. I will do one on Facebook. 10 minutes, guys. Oops. I can't short Zuckerberg, man. We talked about Zuckerberg yesterday, about him being the least trusted person out of all the billionaires. Look at Roblox. I'm going to do a video on Roblox. Mr. Paperhands, thank you for calling this out. This has a lot more room to go. We're above the ADMA on the hourly. Not there yet on the daily. Let me fix this. Keep this only on the hourly. Damn. And the more comfortable I get on camera, I'll start taking some trades because this is easy. I won't ask Mr. Paperhands again. I'll look it up myself. All right, so he said the 105 Roblox RBLX expiring February 4th was $2. They are now $2 and let's see, the bid is $250, the ask is $287, so you can split that down the middle. We'll just say $270. You'd have made 70 cents just following that. I should have took that myself. So you got down to $2, and they faked a lot of people out. They're like, oh no, the sky's falling. That wasn't gonna fall. This wedge is gonna hold. This falling wedge is gonna hold. I said this on Trading Floor not too long ago that if you're just starting out, falling wedges are some of the safest plays you can take if you're trying to build your portfolio. Mr. Paperhands, this is an excellent trade. 105s are 285 now. This is a good trade. If this live stream was worth nothing else, it was absolutely at least worth this Roblox play. I have to give Mr. Paperhands a shout out. Shout out to Mr. Paperhands on RBLX trade idea. This should have been in members picks. It's a really good play. That's a quality play. Give me a second. 2, 4, 105 calls were $2. Now 285. AMD. All eyes on AMD. Wow. Roblox is a really solid play. I guess that, that is live trading, right? Ask for a price, it gives you the price. Big play here. Something's developing. Oh, Tesla, you're in no man's land. Between the 0.382 and the 0.5. I got like 7 minutes left. I have some things to do today. I will probably catch the end of the day. There were some really good plays today. I mean, you could have caught a lot of stuff. You could have caught Tesla. You could have caught, obviously, Roblox. Wow. Oh, Facebook's not done. I think I said that earlier as well. Hourly. Let's keep this on the hourly time frame. You guys see why I trade the hourly during the day? No need to get faked out. I'm not getting faked out. If you were to enter Roblox now, when would you enter the February calls? I'd enter them now. You have enough time. You can withstand some consolidation. If you want to wait for consolidation, the problem is with these retail names, you may not get consolidation for a while, so you may miss your entry. If you were to allocate, say, $1,000 to a trade, I'm just throwing out a number. Maybe buy 2 contracts first, right? So you still have one more bullet left. And if you get consolidation, say you get, some consolidation here, you look for volume, and you fire that third bullet. But you have a month, so it's something that theta is not going to destroy your position because you have 4 weeks on it. But you can enter now. February calls. That's not an endorsement or financial advice, but enter here. Maybe not go your full position or whatever you're going to allocate, and just wait on consolidation. Enter again and wait for the next leg up, because you will get consolidation at some point. But you could very well get, so just look to the left, you very well could get this, boom, boom, and then consolidation, and then another run up, consolidation, another run up into the trend line. Your target is basically the trend line. I say 105 because it's the cheaper of the contracts. You're probably going to pay $5 or $6 to play at the money of the trend line. So if you can play the 98 call or the $100 call, you're there. So give me 1 second. Got to go here soon. Any other questions? Anything else before I hop off? I know there's a 7-second delay. Kind of want this to be 3 hours on the dot. All right, let's just go over these real quick. Let's look at the indices. AMD turned green. Watch it. You are very welcome, Julia. Again, I will try to do these at least once a week. And again, as time goes by, I'll get more comfortable trading on camera, similar to how I trade in the chat. Looking at levels, but, level to level for me. Individual names, I don't play as much. I would have played Roblox. I would have played Facebook had I looked at them. But I love the dialogue. I love how Mr. Paperhands threw that out. I kind of rely on you guys to look at the individual names. I've gotten lazy in the sense of looking at individual names. But this year I'll turn the corner. I'll go back to playing individuals, especially if we get a super trending market. But if we don't, I'm going to big short the indices to Earth's core. So levels, I'll do them one by one before I get out of here. I'm not in love with the action on SPX. You got a lot of upper wicks, so it's not in the best shape. The daily is still very healthy. We could get an indecision candle. A bullish hammer would be ideal. NQ, same thing. Bullish hammer is probably the best outcome for a lotto Friday. You know, if we want to play some lottos. Tesla looks good as long as it is above the 0.5, so that's a 1050. Apple, not so healthy. And Facebook above the trend line. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. And most importantly, share it with your friends. I will see you guys tomorrow.